Welcome to the Uffsides NFC South Divisional Preview. I'm Matt Ufford, joined by my partners in crime, Alex Rubenstein, Will, the sound guy.
Top of the morning.
Division champion Panthers, home of the reigning MVP, Cam Newton. Losers of the Super Bowl, NFC champions. It's much nicer that way. Cam Newton's been having a very Cam Newton-like offseason. He dyed his soul patch blonde. That was interesting. And then he went with the large hat. Just
Best dresser in the NFL?
No, man, DeAndre Hopkins has him lapped. I am prepared to receive some flack from Panthers fans. I think that's going to be a big step back for the Panthers this year. They let Josh Norman, they straight up cut Josh Norman because they didn't want to pay him.
Rescinded the tag, yeah.
Rescinded the tag. And so they drafted 3 cornerbacks. And all 3 of those cornerbacks might be starting if Benwickery doesn't get healthy. I can't believe I just said
Benwickery.
Benoit Balls. He's recovering from a broken ankle, suffered in December last year. He started the preseason on the PUP. I think we're going to see a pretty big regression. And
they do add Kelvin Benjamin, which is something.
Yeah, he came back fat. They're going for their 4th straight division title, and they're surrounded by a bunch of incompetent boobs. They're the Patriots of the NFC.
That's
fair. They got a cakewalk to the title. So I think their over/under projected over/under win total is 10.5. I think it's actually going to be the under. I think they're going to be about 10-6. I think it's going to be a big step back for them.
I think 11-5 is more likely than 10-6. I'll go just over.
Yeah, they do have the division is a bit of a cakewalk, but
they should sweep the division, really.
Well, they should have swept it last year, but fell on their faces against the Falcons. Let's talk about the Falcons. I'll watch any Falcons game just for Julio Jones alone. That guy is awesome. We have to mention that the Falcons had the stupidest loss of all of 2015 against your 49ers. They were down 17-13. They had the ball, 3 minutes left, 4th and goal on the 2-yard line, and Coach, what's his face? Not Gus Bradley.
It's your old guy, Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Gus Bradley and Dan Quinn, both bald, goateed defensive coordinators for the Seahawks, now coaching in the American South. They are interchangeable in my mind. 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, 3 minutes left. Go for it. Go for that win. Kicked a field goal to go down by 1 point. Yeah, you're like,
I like it. Makes sense.
Making the field goal actually decreased their win percentage.
In terms of as opposed to if they missed the field goal,
yeah,
they'd have had a better
if they had
chance.
missed the field goal, they would have had a better chance of winning because of the field position
If they took a knee and conceded a turnover on downs, they would have had a better chance of winning.
Yeah, before you even get to the locker room, as a coach, you should be fired. Before, oh, what's the text? Oh, I'm fired. The projected over/under win total for the Falcons this year is 7.5. That sounds about right.
Ooh, I'd pound that under.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to give it to the underdoggy style?
Oh, God.
I think they're 8-8 again.
5-11
I think this is going to be an improved. I think this is going to be an improved football team.
Still don't have a pass rush.
I'll take 9-7. Up next, the New Orleans Saints, 7-9 last year, which is kind of like the basis for that's your baseline for the Saints. With you got Sean Payton, you got Drew Brees. You got Drew Brees.
Final year of Drew Brees.
I feel like Drew Brees might have a couple Favre seasons in him. Like he's gonna be a free agent and go to whichever team desperately needs a quarterback, but looks like a playoff team otherwise. The Saints have been in salary cap hell for so long, and it seems like every offseason they're like, all right, we need to trade away Jimmy Graham and get some more draft picks. We're gonna be smart and sensible, and then the next week you see the Saints and they're driving a brand new BMW SUV, and they're like, it's cool, we leased it. Where'd you get that Brandon Browner? How much you pay for that, guys?
The Jarris Bird signing, it's so Saints. They have 2 good safeties, they're in cap hell. So what do? They throw one of the league's
They
biggest
can't help it, they just love it!
This team's not gonna, it's just not gonna do better than 8-8. That's a ceiling, right? Am I crazy? The defense is, where's the talent on the defense?
I mean, their talent's hurt. Sheldon Rankins, Kikaha's done for the year.
I don't even know who Kikaha is. I honestly feel like instead of talking about the Saints, we really should have just talked about my favorite New Orleans restaurants and bars.
Ooh.
We really wasted this preview. Anyway, over/under for the Saints for their win total, 7 wins. Sounds about right. You know what? I'm gonna take the push/over just because. Give them that Drew Brees. I don't bet against Drew Brees the same way I don't bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And until Drew Brees' arm falls off,
I think 8's more likely than 6, so yeah, I guess over.
There you go. Sky's the limit. It's just a very low sky. And last but not least, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, they're least.
Really? Well, last season they were. So we're just gonna accept that Jameis Winston is gonna be an NFL superstar, huh? That's gonna the whole. Hey, new head coach. They fired Lovie Smith for going 6-10. Dirk
Cutter.
Dirk Cutter. Welcome back, Cutter. That's actually a reference that predates me. Like, I'm too young for a welcome back Cotter reference. Mike Evans, who was so promising the year before, had a very bad season.
Bad case of the drop season.
Leading the NFL in drops. Also had a ton of penalties. A wide receiver up in the league leaders with penalties. That's not what you want. The defense, man, Levante David is just being wasted, huh?
Yeah.
Best player on a terrible defense. He's the Joe Thomas of defense. Oh, Miko Grimes. Listen,
grimy.
I'm not so foolish as to start talking shit about Miko Grimes, because she'll find me.
Yeah.
She'll find me. First she'll find me on Twitter, and then she's gonna be outside my apartment the next day.
She'll castrate you.
We'll make the show Grimes Sides, though.
Have you ever seen the birthday cakes she's made Brent?
Oh,
No.
God, they're,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even think we can full screen graphic them on this, but yeah. Google them, kids. Miko Grimes cake.
NC-17 birthday cakes.
Wow.
Full pen.
Full.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes me sad that there are people growing up without early internet, because like cakefarts.com is a classic. Anyway, to bring this back on track, the Buccaneers are the cakefarts.com of the NFL. Win total for 2016, the over-under for them is 7. I'll take the over. I think 8 is more likely than 6. This is going to be a slightly improved team. Yeah, I'll say 8-8.
I go under. I don't think they're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, you're probably right. Yeah. Anyway, that's the NFC South. It's going to be the Panthers again, probably, because most of this division is stupid and can't get out of their own way. But should be great for your fantasy team.
Hey, at least it's not the AFC North.
God bless them.